Hey guys, so I am going to do a film review today of a film I literally just watched a couple hours ago. But before I do that, I wanted to say a quick thing, which is thank you to everyone who's watched a video. I realise that this is a bit premature because most people don't start saying thank you for their views and subscriptions until they've got like 1 million views or something, but I'm nearly at 1,000 views, and for me that's quite a big deal. Like, when I started this channel, my idea of who was going to watch this was going to be a couple people who found out from school and my dad, because that's generally what happened with the other channel that I have. Like, I never imagined that I'd have nearly 1,000 views, and that's insane. And I have 24 subscribers the last time I checked, and like most of them are people that I don't know, which is quite scary. Like, there are a couple of people that I know from school that are subscribers, and then there are a couple of people who haven't, who've got like secret hidden subscription things. So I know that I have the subscriber, but I don't know who they are, which is a little bit mysterious and strange. But thank you for subscribing, and hi, welcome to the madness. I apologise in advance for the crazy. So I'm gonna do a movie review for What If, which is Daniel Radcliffe's new rom-com thing. I feel really bad, but I think this is the first time I've seen Daniel Radcliffe in something that wasn't Harry Potter, because I did not see The Woman in Black. No. I don't do well with horror movies. I don't do well with scary things. Like, there's a book, there's a series of books that I have forbade myself from reading once it gets dark, and that's the Enemy series by Charlie Higson. Not because it's particularly terrifying, but I have a really active imagination, and I can't do scary things. I didn't see The Woman in Black. I'm not planning on seeing The Woman in Black, and I want to see Killing Your Darlings, which is his other movie in which he does some sex scenes, and they happen to be with a man, and the media and kind of everyone who'd ever seen him in Harry Potter and was mildly judgmental kind of like, Harry Potter's gay! Like, okay, have you never read fanfiction? And also, like, no, Daniel Radcliffe did a scene of sex with a man. Deal with it. But it looks like a really interesting film, and I really want to watch that. And he's got another film coming out at Halloween where he grows horns, and that looks really interesting, and I'm probably going to see that, even though it's probably going to be quite scary. I really don't do well with scary things, guys. Don't give me horror films recommendations. It's just don't do it, because it's not going to end well, and I will blame you forever. No, I won't blame you forever. But yeah, so I saw this film. It wasn't a scary film, it was a rom-com. It was really lovely. The premise is this guy Wallace sucks at love at the minute. He hasn't had a relationship in over a year. He goes to his best friend's party and meets his best friend's cousin called Chandri, and they hit it off. Like, they get on really, really well, and they look really cute, and it's great, and it's going really well, and they go out and they kind of walk home together, not like purposefully, just that they both happen to live in the same direction. They walk home, and she's like, wow, I didn't mean to stay out so long. My boyfriend will be worried where I am. And you see all the colour drain from his face, and kind of then there's that awkward of, shall we just be friends? Yes, I believe we shall. They didn't do it in that accent. And so then there's the whole kind of like, oh, but they're obviously meant to be together, but she has a boyfriend, and neither of them will admit that they like each other. I really don't know where this voice is coming from, I apologise. Then there's the whole kind of, oh, they're the best of friends, even though they're a guy and a girl, and watch the trailer, because the trailer makes it look really good, and the film was really good. I really enjoyed it. Usually with rom-coms, like, they're funny, but I'm just kind of amused by them. I'm not laughing. Like, there might be one joke where I actually laugh. I laughed out loud several times during this film. Like, I found it really funny. Daniel Radcliffe's character, Wallace, is just really sarcastic a lot of the time, and I found that really amusing. And his relationship with Chandri was really good, and their chemistry on scene was really good, and all of the kind of the backs, not the protagonists, side characters, that's the word I'm looking for, they were all kind of really well rounded and seemed like quite intricate people, even though it's not their story that you're focusing on. and I really liked it. I thought it was really funny. I really liked the actress who played Chandri. Her name was Zoe Karza, I think, or Tarza, something. The film takes place across Toronto and a little bit in Dublin, and the tiny bit of Dublin that you get to see is quite cute. I didn't realise until like halfway through the film that they were in Toronto, because Daniel Radcliffe has a British accent and I suck at telling what accents are. Like, I can't tell what part of America someone's from by their accent. I really struggle, and I struggle like that with British accents. Like, I can tell a British accent from an American accent when they're in a conversation with each other, but if you put a person in front of me and told them to talk, I wouldn't be able to tell you what their accent was. I really struggle with, like, I don't understand. Like, unless they have a telltale sign, I can't tell. So there are some accents have really strong telltale signs. So a Geordie accent has a massively strong tell. A Liverpudlian accent, massively strong tell. Basically anywhere in the north, you can hear the northernness in their voice. Midlands, unless they're a Brummie, it's quite difficult. Like, unless they've got a really strong accent. Leicester doesn't really have that strong of an accent, I don't think. And kind of the further south you go, the posher they sound, but that's about it. Like, there's no kind of real tell until you get to kind of like right to the very south, in which case there's a little bit of an accent. And like, I know that there are variations in American accents, but I really can't tell what they are. And it's just little tells. So like, Canadian people, unless they have the tell of making out sound like oop, I don't know how to explain that very well, but that's like the only way I can tell if someone has a Canadian accent. And like, so in the word about, okay, so that's how you say the word about, but if you're Canadian and you've got a really strong, like, or not even a strong, like a Canadian accent, you say a boat, and like, that's the only way I can tell. I feel really bad because I struggle so much with telling people's accents, which isn't really a necessary skill, but when you're watching films, like, it's quite important. There's massive tangent. But anyway, and she doesn't really have that strong of a Canadian accent. Like, I think she has an American accent, and all of their friends have got like this nothing accent. So it's either like it's American Canadian accenty thing, and I thought they were in London, and I didn't understand why kind of Dublin was such a big deal. Like, they were like, but I'll be all the way in Dublin, and I was like, that's not that far, it's only in Ireland, like, it's a bit of a long distance, it's not that far. And then we're like, well, we're in Toronto, and I'm like, what? When did you mention that you were in Toronto? When? I don't know, it was really lovely. The whole film was gorgeous, and the city scenes were really lovely. Like, so I thought for quite a while they were in New York, because there's all this stuff happening on a river, and I'm like, where's got a really nice river, and all the people are quite fancy, and it's a big city? And I'm like, well, it can't be London, because if you've been on the Thames, it's not nice. And then I was like, so maybe it's New York. But then I was like, but they don't sound like New Yorkers, and it's not busy enough to be New York. And I just got so confused by that. But like, it didn't have a massive impact on the story, and like, it's quite clear. I think I just wasn't paying enough attention to where the film was taking place. It's based on a play, which I've never seen or heard of. So this rating is based purely on the film itself. I don't know how closely it relates to the play. It was everything that you want from a rom-com. It didn't take a lot of brain power. It was very cute. It was funny. I liked all of the characters. It was nice. 5 out of 5 stars for a film. But yeah, so I would definitely recommend this film, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Basically, any time I see anything about Canada, it just enforces the fact that I really want to go there.